Alright, what's up YouTube? We're back with a video, and I wanted to get into the story behind, this specific pack opening, right? Because I've got a pack here, this is the pack that I'm going to open, and this is the pack that I've chose, right? So, I went ahead and I never got to open any 151 at the time that it was released. Now, do I think you should be opening 151 to try and find cards that you possibly want? I would say the answer to that question is no, right? So my demographic is between 30 and 39 is my average viewership. So I don't have kids watching my channel, right? So anybody that grew up with the original base set Pokemon set, this is your next best thing, right? So I went ahead and got a Costco box, right? One of them Costco ones with the mini tins, and you get 5 mini tins, you get 10 boosters. So I went ahead and weighed all these packs. Now, obviously, got an itch, right? Obviously, Pokemon has the code card in the pack, right? So, I opened a Paradox Rift booster yesterday, and then I hit that. I hit this card, right? So I took a guess that the weights would be so and so. Like, wait a minute, let's try hitting this one. Obviously, out of 2 packs, there's 6 in a box. They're not going to give you 5 EX cards. They're only probably going to give you 1 EX card or 2 EX cards. So your best, and Pokemon do get kind of stingy with stuff that comes as a promo, right? Like, let's say, for example, you get a promo box, it comes with 10 promos, and you get 5 packs. Well, in my eyes, the value is the promos. Yeah, the promos are worth more than the product. They're not really going to give you any good cards because they're like filler packs. They're like, we'll give them something to open, but they won't hit big cards, right? That's my take on it. Could be wrong. So, we obviously got a 151 box from Costco, and this Bulbasaur has a swirl on the card, right? Now, all these cards are off-center. So, they're off-center on the back. Now, this one doesn't have whitening on it. Now, could this one get a 10? No. I don't believe so. Right? And then all these ones, right, which is the Pikachu, which is going to be the 9. But I'd rather not buy these cards specifically off eBay for myself, off someone who's selling 10 or 20 of them. Because if I do want to grade one, I don't want to spend £5 and then have the ability to get a shit card that I'm then going to moan about, and I'm going to moan about on the condition. So this is, in my eyes, why I like, a graded slab, right? So if there's somebody who I see that comes on eBay and sells one of these for like 20 quid as a PSA 9 or something, then I'll probably end up buying it, right? Because I know that mine come out of the box all as a PSA 9. Now, I think these promos are worth like £5, so I'm not going to probably sell them right now. But what you would, if they were rubbish and you want to get more boosters and you don't want these, you sell them and get more packs, right? So, obviously I took all these out of mini tins. 151 boosters can actually be graded, in my eyes, that they're selling more than the Mew, right? Now, the Mew obviously is a very popular Pokemon, and it's a cool pack, so this is why it's good, right? Now, I always put the tracer on the back, which is, the sticker that I come up with, right? So, this would be the cost of the tin, right, that I paid for the pack, right? So, for example, if you keep your pack sealed and you're going to maybe sell them later, or you're going to grade them, it gives you a rough cost on how much you paid for that pack at that specific moment in time. And then I got it off eBay, I got it from a side to tin, and this is what it weighs. So I'm going to get into the weights, right? So all these boosters here are like, I think the lowest one was like 21.16, one was like 21.30, 45, 80, 80 something. This one was, about probably the same. And then this one, there was another light one that was like 21, 23 or something. So there was 2 like super light ones, and then there was 2 like heavy on the heavy end. Now, they weren't heavy like this is heavy. Like, this one is insane, yeah? Like, the 2 boosters that was basically like, you know, medium to heavy, right? They were like 22.68, and that's the one I've put aside. Like, I've literally put that one aside as well. And then the other one was like 22, a little bit under, like I'd say like 45 or 50. Now, if you was buying that single mini tin in a shop, I wouldn't expect two big hits out of a mini tin. Now, when I was breaking Charizard, you know, I broke a Charizard set. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like that one of the Shining sets, and that was in Asda, right? I bought a tin for like 11 quid, and I was like, let me just crack the first pack. And the first pack, we basically got the Charizard, which was like 100 quid card at the moment in time, right? But I've upgraded it and I've still got it. So basically, we're going to open this booster and see if it yields anything, right? Because in my eyes, I was going to get into, before we open it, yeah, because I did miss something, right? Let's say you're going to open, right, now, 3 of these packs on eBay, right, would be like £15, £15, and then like probably £15, because there's some sellers selling them for 15. Obviously, I know I did get mine for 11, so if I do get nothing out of this, I'm losing 11 is the way I see it, right? So basically, you know, 3 packs, right? So let's say you're trying your hardest to hit Charizard, right? And then you go on the Charizard here, and then if you look at it, that £36 to buy one of these Charizards. So if I go onto Chrome and I scroll down, you're gonna see, look, £41, right? £49, you know, and these prices. So realistically, yeah, are you going to hit this card, right? You see, you know, another thing you could do, right, is, you know, like this Ace 9. You know, if it doesn't look like, if it's got no whitening on it, you could end up cracking it and sending it to PSA, yeah, and see if you can get a 10. Because, you know, the raw price to the graded price of an Ace Slab 9 is no different. Do you know what I mean? So here is 42 quid, right, for one that maybe good condition, yeah? So this one, I reckon you'd probably get 10 on this one, possibly, right? So you could end up buying this one, right? And then, you know, you could get this 9. Let's just check this 9 real quick, right? This 9. Is there any whitening on this one? Yeah, there's whitening on the top right corner of that one. So just an idea, yeah, right? So let me just go back to the video. Oh wow, did it actually fucking disappear? What the fuck, bro? Maybe it's the tab, isn't it? What, did it not show on the vid? Oh, there it is. It's back again. Right, so basically, you know, as I was saying, you could, I didn't think it, I thought it was still on the video. So there it is, yeah. There is the you know, do you want to be breaking 3 boosters to try and hit that Charizard? Which I don't think that you will do. Right? I don't think you will do that. So in my eyes, it's more advisable actually buying the card you want instead of like trying to rip 151. So if you're anybody out there trying to rip 151 to hit some big cards and you're ripping hundreds of packs, just don't do it. Just literally buy what you want, because if you buy 10 of these and try and land a Charizard, you know, you might not be able to do it anyway. So, you know, when I do surgical openings on these boosters, right, like this one didn't open properly, yeah, well it did, but it's like that. When I do surgical opens, you know, in 10 years, maybe people will buy empty packs, yeah. You know, when I was doing that with Jungle, so basically there's a code card, right, and then we put one to the front, yeah. Now, I kind of hope we get something from this, because then I've missed a pack. So we've got this Sparkly Energy card, and that's probably the hit from the fucking booster, I guess, innit? I bet we're not going to get nothing now. We've got an Ekans, right, or Slowpoke. First time seeing this set, like, opening it myself. Magmar, an Abra, a Leftovers. Right, how many cards are we on? Because I want to know if they've done actually, like, what does it say? 10 cards in a pack. Because I don't know if they want to fucked up and done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's just an extra card. I think that's all it is. Oh no, that's the thingy, innit? I'm counting these. Fucking twat. Stupid motherfucker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. This is the 7th card, yeah? Persian, Muck, right, Rhyhorn, Venonat, and we got a Jinx EX, right? So there was a hit in this booster. Now, is it a good pull? Is it a good pull? Probably fucking not, right? So if we go to Jinx, right, and then we type in 124 slash 165. How much is this on average? Right. So you've got £3.70. You know, £4. Now how can this card be £4 if a booster is fucking mental price? Do you know what I mean? Like, it don't make any sense, right? So guys, there was something in the pack. We did this for research purposes. So, you know, if you like the video, like this video, and we'll see you in the next one, right? And thanks for watching. So, would this get a PSA 10? Yeah. No, it's got a fucking print line on it. So this one's got a fucking mega print line on the bottom. So what we'll have to do, you can see it there. You see it? You see it now? You see, you have to make sure. Like, this is why I'm good at grading fucking cards, right? Sometimes I do miss an occasional fuck up on something, but you know, if I'm going like this, looking at the card real quick before I send it in. Obviously, in future we've learned from PSA to do this, right, and spin it the other way. I bet PSA was like, yo, you're not spinning them the other way, so that's the print line. So basically, you would get smoked on that card. But, you know, I can see 151 approaching probably £35 a booster in the next 3-4 years. So, if I wait long enough, I'll get my money back with the other sealed pack. That's basically the way I look at it, right? So thanks for watching. We can sell some of these. Because I don't actually want any of these. I would have preferred to get like a Bulbasaur or a Charmander from the pack, and then we could have possibly graded that, right? You know, or a nice reverse. We didn't get 2 really good reverses. The Rhyhorn, you know, possibly we could check that one. But anyway, we're out of here.